Good evening, sir. Sir, my name is
Yeah, good evening.
Suresh Devarakonda. I'm
Hmm.
studying in 8th standard at School of India. I'm currently
Okay.
working on a social cause project as part of my Changemakers program conducted by 1M1B partnered with UN.
Hmm.
Sir, I request to kindly brief about your work towards social causes for the benefit for audience before I brief about my project.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you might be knowing that I'm the chairman of Red Cross of Andhra Pradesh State Branch
Yes, sir.
and also the chairman of Kakinada District Branch of Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
Okay. In Kakinada, Red Cross is 97-year-old,
Hmm.
and we are going to celebrate our centennial in 2027-28. This branch is the oldest of not only Andhra Pradesh, it's next to Hyderabad in combined Andhra Pradesh. This
Oh.
branch was started in 1928 in composite Madras state.
Hmm.
And our Red Cross is the best Red Cross of Andhra Pradesh and one of the best in India.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, our service activities are mainly, blood bank. Normally, Red Cross is known for blood bank activities and services. And we have a thalassemia care unit where we provide the transfusion of blood for thalassemia patients on every Tuesday and Friday. It's totally free. We provide medicines. We provide them all diagnostic tests, and we provide them food, including their attendance. And we also give to and fro charges for them to come from their place to the transfusion center.
Hmm.
And we provide medicines and all.
Yes, sir.
So next to that is we have a regular OP hospital here in Kakinada, and we have a generic medical store here where we provide medicines at a very competitive price and quality medicines from reputed companies. And we have two disabled children's schools. One is exclusively for blind children, and another one is for orthopedically handicapped, deaf and mute, and partial MR children. And this school is almost 30-year-old. Besides these schools, we are running a home for senior citizens
Oh.
called Vatsalya. That senior citizen home is now we are having around 42 senior citizens in our home. It's well maintained, a beautiful home for senior citizens.
Hmm.
And another, we have a yoga center, an exclusive yoga center in Vivekananda Park of Kakinada, just besides a lake and in the midst of a big park where uh, doing yoga is, comfortable. Yeah. So next, we have a women's skill development center and a child care center where we have provided one floor for child care, that is Shishu Gruha,
Hmm.
and the other floors are for skill development for women and for women welfare activities. And we have Atma Bandhu service with which we carry, dead bodies from homes, hospitals to burial grounds. It's totally free. And we have ambulance services, and we have, an exclusive training hall for first aid, disaster management, disaster preparedness and all. So we have so many activities. And recently we have started an eye bank. Just last year, on 31st January 2024, we have started our eye bank. And we have collected so far 109 pairs, that is 218 corneas in this year, in almost 1 year, 3 months. And we have a technical understanding with LV Prasad Eye Institute. And that institute is the, pioneer in eye banking. So these are the activities, and we have several other activities we run regularly, and these are the main activities. And as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, we have 20 blood banks in Andhra Pradesh run by Red Cross of various districts. In Indian Red Cross, in total in the country, Red Cross is running 100 blood banks, in which 20 are in Andhra Pradesh.
Awesome.
And, last year we have given around 1 lakh units. Our issues were 1 lakh units. Now we are planning to upgrade all these centers technically and in all respects. That is our vision. And we have 7 blood banks. As I told you, in Kakinada, we are doing transfusion on every Tuesday and Friday for thalassemia children, thalassemia and sickle cell. So we are providing these services in 7 blood banks now. So in Srikakulam, Visakhapatnam, Kakinada, Eluru, Bhimavaram, and Pavali and Nellore. In all these places, we are transfusing blood for thalassemia patients. So in Nellore, we have a cancer hospital, and in several places, we have these, senior citizen homes. And in some places, the spastic center is there. Likewise, several service activities are there in the state of Andhra Pradesh in various district branches of Andhra Pradesh Red Cross. Those are all the activities.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you so much for your briefing, sir.
Yeah.
That was a great contribution for the society betterment. I'm feeling honored and privileged to have this discussion with you today, sir. So
Right.
today, my discussion is around how to improve blood supply chain management by powering with technology and AI in order to complement blood banks. With
Right.
your permission, sir, I have a few questions to gain insights from your experience and requesting for your guidance.
Okay. Yeah. You can start.
Okay. So, question 1.
Yeah.
So, could you please give a brief about how blood banks operate in India and globe?
Yeah. In India, normally, if we take Andhra Pradesh, we have 20 blood centers, as I told you earlier. We are collecting blood from voluntary donors, and with the cooperation of several educational institutions, mainly because youth are the main donors in any society. So we approach colleges and all for making voluntary blood donation camps, and we approach industries, institutions, likewise where there are a good number of workers, employees. We approach them for blood donation, and we get blood donations from them. And we keep, after screening, we keep all those blood units for issues, and we have contacts with the local hospitals. So whoever is required, then they will send prescriptions from the doctors. Then we will issue blood units for them as per their requirement. That is the way we operate, because normally it is 24 into 7 into 365 days we maintain that cold chain and all to keep the blood safe. And we give utmost quality assurance in Red Cross in giving safe blood for the patients. Yeah, we take every care in that. That's why we are known for, normally people, first they prefer Red Cross blood bank, then only they will go out for other blood banks. That's the way we operate. And in India, most blood banks are in the cities and towns, and not accessible in rural areas. So people come from 40, 50, even 60, 70 kilometers also to get their blood, to the required blood for their, relatives or from family members.
Yes.
Whereas in, outside the country, if we take globally, in advanced countries, blood donation is not a problem. There, they will get abundant blood supplies, and people are also aware and the importance of blood donation. But in India, yeah, there is a gap between supply and demand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So, question two, sir. Are there
Now,
any differences in supply and demand in India and globally?
yes, yes, that's what I told you now.
Yes.
In India, the estimated uh, deficit of supply is around 10 to 15%. If we take the requirement as 1% in the population, that is, our population is 146 crores as of now. The requirement per annum is 1 crore 40 requirement is 1%.
Yes, sir.
That is the requirement.
Yes.
And the gap between demand and supply is around 10 to 15%.
Yes, sir.
That is the problem here in India. For that, the awareness has to be increased, and we have to take up promotional activities, motivational activities, and lot of encouragement for blood donation that has to be done.
Yes, sir.
But in developed countries, this is not the problem. There, the availability of blood is compared to in several countries, it is more also
Yes.
than required. So in our country, yeah, the awareness has to be increased.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So, question three. What
Yeah.
are the key challenges of blood banks when it comes to bringing awareness in the society and attract more donors in the network? And are there any seasonal challenges?
Yeah. So the key challenges are in cities and towns, there's not much problem.
Yes, sir.
But in rural areas, people still having stigma about, giving blood, in donating blood. Still, people feel that their energy will go out if they donate blood, or they will get some diseases like that. Some myths are there. So we have to bring awareness among people in rural areas. Normally, in urban areas, it's not a much problem. like cities in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata. In these places, there won't be much problem. Even in two-tier cities, also not a much problem. But small towns and rural areas, they are facing problems.
Yes.
So we have to bring a lot of awareness in that. For the last 2 decades, comparatively, the awareness has increased
Yes.
because of celebrities, cine heroes, and the political bigwigs for their birthdays and all, and for important occasions, they are motivating their cadre or their fans to donate blood. So that's why the awareness has increased definitely in the last 2 decades. But there's, work has to be done to increase it,
Yes.
particularly in rural areas.
So question 4.
Ah,
So what are the challenges, especially in rural areas, for blood supply?
yeah, this is the problem. That's what I told you.
Yes.
In rural areas, they have several inhibitions that are continuing, particularly in the areas, tribal areas. People are anemic. People, there are so many people suffering from thalassemia, sickle cell, like rare diseases, and they are also ignorant because of their illiteracy also. People are still not coming forward for blood donation. So there we have to, and the reason is, poverty and illiteracy. Those are the reasons for them to not to come for blood donation. And they require more blood comparatively. They require more blood. People coming from tribal areas, they have hemoglobin at 5%, 10%, like that, 5 or 6, like that.
Yes.
So we have to increase our awareness campaign or escalate our campaign, particularly in rural areas. And we are trying for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So question 5. So what are the shelf
So,
life challenges of various blood components and how are they managed to minimize the wastage? In other words, how the oversupply and the
mm,
undersupply challenges are managed?
yeah. Yeah, correct. Because, for every blood unit, there is a shelf life
Yes.
uh, problem is there. Um, for blood, it is around 35 days. And for components like, platelets, it's only 4 days. And for plasma, it is 1 year, like that. And keeping them for few days, particularly, see, if we prepare components, we get, random platelets. Its shelf life is only 4 days. So normally, patient, there is not much demand for that. And in sometimes, when dengue is there, then people will come for platelets. And in the remaining time, platelets, normally it goes waste after 4 days. We have to discard.
Yes.
And for blood also, sometimes if some political leader or some big celebrity, on one day, they will make blood donation throughout the state, like that. Then thousands of blood units will come, and those blood units we have to utilize in those uh, 5 weeks. It is difficult, and sometimes we have to discard like that. Not in Red Cross, but in some places and some blood banks, the wastage will happen.
Yes.
So we have to plan in such a way, even voluntary who are conducting blood donation camps, uh, uh, we are warning them not to conduct huge in number on one day.
Yes.
If it is staggered for a week or 2 weeks like that, then that will be useful for the blood banks and for the patients also.
Yes.
So maintaining this undersupply is always there. As I told you, 10 to 15% undersupply.
Yes.
And the oversupply causes, discarding the valuable blood.
Yes.
So that's why we are normally maintaining whatever demand will be there, that we are maintaining like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So question 7. So could you please describe instances, if you have seen, where blood shortages have led to postponement or cancellation of surgeries or treatments?
Yeah. Normally, the problem comes with, negative groups, in blood,
Hmm.
A negative, O negative, B negative, AB negative. Very rare groups are there. So in some cases, if they want some open heart surgery like that, they require 4 units, 5 units, 6 units like that to be cautious.
Yes.
Then those negative groups, we have to contact those people having negative blood groups.
Yes.
We have to contact them and we have to get them, bleed them, and prepare blood units for the patients. It takes time. So normally, that is the main, challenge.
Yes.
In those cases, it will take a day or half a day or 2 days to get these negative groups. And that too, doctors normally, they insist for fresh blood for these
Yes.
surgeries. Then the problem arises.
Yes.
So, in spite of that, we were able to arrange blood for the surgeries. Very rarely this will happen,
Yes.
postponement, or normally there won't be cancellation. Yeah, we were able to provide it. But it will be difficult for the hospitals in rural areas
Yes.
to get these rare groups of blood. That is the problem. And particularly if a state like, developed state like Andhra Pradesh, it may not be a problem.
Yes.
But having rural areas, tribal areas, then it will be a problem for them.
Yes. So question 8, sir. So do you see a scope for technology playing a role in establishing a better communication between hospitals, blood banks, donors that are individuals, parts of large societies or corporates to address current blood supply challenges?
Yeah, definitely. Technology will help us
Yes.
in maintaining the blood stocks and collecting, blood and for issues and connecting all those, players in this with the stakeholders. That is like, hospitals, blood banks, donors, and, connecting societies. If we maintain records of the donors' data,
Yes.
and as I told you, the negative groups, particularly, if anybody want immediate negative group blood in a particular town or city, with that technology, having so much of data with them, we can contact them and get the required blood
Yes.
from the place it is available. Definitely, it is useful. Using technology always is advantageous, even for this blood supply also.
Yes.
Yeah, an integrated technological application, if we can provide, that definitely helps the people
Yes.
at large.
So, question 9. So, do
Yeah.
you believe a fine balance can be drawn between supply and demand with technology-enabled supply chain?
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. Technology, if we utilize it properly and if we develop it in a manner that is useful for this, definitely help us. Yeah, supply chain management, is very crucial. Whether it is for industry or institution or for blood banks, definitely that will be useful. We can do a fine balance between supply and demand with technology. Yeah, developing an application in this regard will be of great use for the blood banks and for the utilizers and for the required people.
Yes.
Because now everything is connected to applications, and people are also accustomed to that. Now you can see most of the payments, even 50 rupees, 100 rupees, everybody using UPI. Well, likewise, for blood also, we can utilize the technology of app, developing an app, and that will be definitely useful. People are trying at low level, at small level, at district level like that. But if we develop one uh, that is useful throughout India, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, question 10. So,
yeah.
how might predictive analytics and AI-driven forecasting help you better anticipating blood supply and needs and prevent shortages or overstocking?
Yeah, correct. If we know the requirement, then we can utilize because actually we want to bring in all the stakeholders in this application
Yes.
so that we don't take donations from the institutions. And whenever we require, whenever there is shortage, see, uh, every summer is a problem for blood banks.
Yes.
The reason people won't come in summer because definitely summer is the time people are, afraid of coming out and, they are tired.
Yes.
It's the time, normally stocks of blood are very less and colleges are on holidays,
Yes.
you won't get younger people for donations.
Yes, sir.
So it's a challenge for all the blood banks throughout, the everywhere. Maintaining stocks that time is very difficult. Then we have to keep those institutions, like IT and various companies, working in air-conditioned places like that. We have to keep them uh, using them in these hard times. So if we utilize their services, their donations in this time, we can maintain balance. So likewise, we have to balance the supply and demand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for your precious time. I learned a lot from your from insights, and this certainly helps me in the project related to social cause. Any final inputs or guidance from you, sir, before wrapping the meeting, sir?
Yeah, welcome, Shritesh. At your age, you have come out with a good this thing. Your idea of concentrating on blood, uh, on the demand and supply, and the blood availability, blood donations, and all is laudable. I
Yes,
appreciate your effort,
thank
and
you.
I wish you all the best in this. Definitely, we have to bring awareness, even in this app also, whatever you develop.
Yes,
So we have to motivate people, and we have to encourage people to come for donations, and who are having already motivated, they have to go to villages or go to youth groups, so that they can motivate them at that level. That will be beneficial. So we can utilize this app for this motivation purpose also. So that will be of useful.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All the best.
Thank you, sir. In the next presentation, I shall present my app for you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Right, Shritesh. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.